Life is amazing. There are so many opportunities today. But sometimes this can feel a little bit overwhelming. So we find ourselves sticking to things that we're comfortable with, things that we know we will be good at. For a lot of my life, I was told, "Katie, you're so smart, and you love animals. You'd make a great veterinarian." And I thought, okay, that makes sense. That's a respectable job, challenging, okay, I'll be a veterinarian. Then one day, I found myself sitting in an honors book club. We were discussing a novel called Half the Sky. It's written by Nicholas Kristof and Cheryl Woodan. They're a power couple in the world of journalism. Their book is essentially a call to action to address global issues of gender inequity. It covers a wide range of topics, from education and hunger to female reproductive health and even modern-day slavery. As I read more of the book, I realized how interested I was in female reproductive health, and this worried me because I began to feel very lost. When I had applied to Auburn 2 years ago, I knew that I wanted to be a veterinarian, but now I had this new interest. Did that mean that I should follow this new path or continue along the one that I was already familiar with, the one that I was extremely comfortable with? I began to question everything. Was I at the wrong university? Was I in the wrong major? Was I completely on the wrong life path? Because it felt like I was breaking a promise that I had entered into with the entire world. But as I discovered, I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was simply faced with a major life decision. And in the middle of making this life-changing decision, I was planning a trip to Thailand, and I was able to travel with an international agricultural company called Alltech to Haiti. I began taking these leaps of faith out into the world, and I was just hoping that something would stick with me, and it did. I fell in love with an entire country. The moment I stepped off the plane in Cap-Haïtien, Haiti, I became a different person. I remember every day coming back to the hotel, and I would be completely exhausted, but I could not sleep because there was just too much to think about. My goals were changing. I was changing, and I could feel it happening. As soon as I got back from Haiti, I hopped on a plane and flew to Thailand. I spent 9 months volunteering at an animal shelter. It was meant to be veterinary training, but it ended up being further motivation to return to Haiti and switch my goals from working with animals to working with people. All of my dreams became oriented towards this one small country, a country which is labeled as the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere, but to me is so much more. It's full of a rich culture, and people there live life vividly. It was this passion in life that I was missing, but was completely unaware of. So, when I returned to Auburn in the fall, I did everything that I could to stay involved with the people that I had met, the women that had influenced me so dramatically while I was in Haiti. Currently, I'm working with Alltech to sell Haitian coffee. The coffee is grown and harvested in a rural northern village called Don Don. From there, the beans are shipped to Lexington, Kentucky, where they are roasted and marketed as Cafe Citadel coffee. The proceeds from the coffee go back into Alltech's registered 501c3 and support sustainable development projects throughout the country. One of the biggest projects that this fund supports is the running of 2 elementary schools. One is located at the coffee co-op in Don Don. The other one is located in Wanament, a town which lies along the border between Haiti and the Dominican Republic. My sister spent 6 months teaching English at this second school. While she was down there, I was able to travel, visit her, but also return to the coffee co-op. This time when I was there, I had a meeting with some of the women whose families had been members of the coffee co-op for years. And they asked me if I would help them get Don Don a medical clinic because too many of their children are sick and too many of their mothers die in childbirth. I see their faces every day. And so every day, they motivate me to take one step towards making our dream of getting a medical clinic in Don Don a reality. Now, I would like to ask all of you to think about your own dreams. If you're not actively working towards making these dreams a reality, perhaps you should be. Or maybe you don't yet have a dream. If that's the case, think about what you would do if you won the lottery. After paying off your mortgage or your student loans, what issues in the world would you address? What news stories do you tune into? What causes make you want to stand up and fight for them? Or maybe you have too many dreams. If that's the case, that's one reason life is so amazing today, is because people are finding creative ways to combine these seemingly different interests into one innovative career path. Be sure and write things down, because if you can put it on paper, it will help prevent you from retreading the same mental path twice. And think of people who have done or who are currently doing what you would like to do. Research what made them so successful in their field and attempt to follow a similar path. You might be surprised at how many people around you have similar interests or want to support you. Remember, no one is going to live your life for you, and you can make a difference. So find what gives you energy and run with it. Thank you.